welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I like reading romance, fantasy romance, paranormal romance, any kind of genre of romance in general. And I also happen to have cerebral palsy, and it would mean the world to me if you subscribe to my channel. Happy Wednesday! Today's video is going to be my romance takeover readathon reading recap. I'm going to tell you about all the books I read for the romance takeover readathon. Mentioned the readathon was hosted by Janet the Book Refuge, Tiffany from Tip Talks Pages, Christy from Christy Reads a Lot, and Rachel from Rachel Reads and Sings. I'll leave their channels down below in the description. And now, let's get on to the books. As I mentioned, Divine River fit my prompt of novella and LGBTQ. It is about Mike, who's a woodworker in town. I wouldn't say he's grumpy. He's a recluse, like he's lonely, like he's hiding the fact that he likes guys, that he's gay. He's hiding the fact from the town. But then Mike has a new neighbor, and I think his name was Jason. Jason is from the city. He's out and proud, and it makes Mike come out of his shell a little bit. They form a really sweet friendship, and this is the story of Mike accepting himself for who he truly is. The novella, so it was very short and sweet. I gave it 3 stars though, because I felt like nothing was resolved with his dad. Like, the biggest fear he had was his dad's reaction, and we didn't get to see that, so I thought it was okay, but it was really sweet. So if you're looking for a novella and MM romance, go check it out. Second book I'm gonna talk about is Caressed by Ice. It is the 3rd book in Nalini Singh's Side Changeling series, and I loved it. I gave it 4 stars. It's about Brenda. For those of you who don't know what the Side Changeling is, there are 3 main factions of this world. Like, there are 2 packs and the side. We find the Dark River pack is a pack of shifter cheetahs, and the dark wolf pack. I always forget their names, but Brenda is from the Snow Wolf pack, and in book 2, she was captured by an evil Psy who changed her mind, cause that Psy can ruin your mind basically and really damage it. And was rescued by the Snow Leopard pack. That's the name. But now she doesn't feel comfortable around the pack. She cannot shift anymore, and the only one she feels comfortable with is Jude. Jude is a Psy a good Psy that has taken refuge along with his nieces and brother in the Snow Leopard pack because they defected from the Psynet because the Psy in the Psynet, he thinks that they're evil. So the only one Brenda feels comfortable with is Jude. But Jude tries to stay away from her because what Brenda doesn't know is he has the exact same powers as her kidnapper, and Jude wants to stay in silence because he doesn't want his powers to get out of control. But Brenda wants a relationship with Jude, and it's their romance. And I really liked it. I read the first books in the series last year, and I was really curious about Jude, and Jude was a fan favorite. And I was happy after all Brenda has been through in book 2 that she finally got her well-deserved partner in book 3. I'm gonna talk about is Hidden Truths by Neva Altaj, and this is a mafia romance. This counts as my next in series, and this is about Angelina and Sergey. Angelina of the Mexican mafia, and her dad was murdered by one of his business rivals. So to save her, her grandmother puts her in one of the drug shipment boxes so she can go to the United States and escape this evil person who murdered her dad. And who finds her is Sergey. Sergey is the half-brother of Roman. Roman is the mafia boss in book 1, Painted Scar. Sergey finds Angelina. He wants her to tell him the truth about why she's there. He doesn't trust Sergey, so she tells him a lie at first, but Sergey comes back around and tells her that he knows who she really is, and so she shouldn't bother lying about it. So she tells Sergey the truth. Roman calls Angelina in, and basically he makes a deal with Angelina if she stays next to brother and just be with him, because Roman found out from one of his men that Angelina is the only person who can get through to Sergey when he's having his episodes, because Sergey suffers from PTSD, and once Roman finds out that Angelina is the only one that can get through to Sergey when he's in that mood, he makes a deal with Angelina that if brother, he will get her grandmother free, but she's not allowed to tell Sergey the deal she made with Roman. So it's Sergey and Angelina's romance, and I thought it was really sweet. I gave it 4 stars. Next, I read Black Sheep, which I also gave 4 stars. It's about Brea, who's a graduate student, and Dr. Kaplan. It's a dark romance between her studies as a grad student. She is also a killer. She's hunting the leader of this cult, and Kaplan finds out what she's doing, and they join forces together to take down this cult. And Kaplan and Brea are very attracted to each other because they both have this darkness within each other that they found really attractive, but it's a different kind of darkness. And they really like BDSM stuff. They like to switch, so it's very spicy and very steamy. But I really liked what the cult thing, like how they took down the cult, and it's similar to the Mind F series by S.T. Abbey, if you have read that series. I really liked the cult aspects of it. I really liked the way Brea and Kaplan took down this cult. It's more of like a romantic suspense, dark romance, steamy, so I gave that one 4 stars, and this meant my prompt of host recommendation for a read of the Readathon, and this is a Hyacinth. I read Phoebe last year, and this year Hyacinth just released. Hyacinth is about this woman named Hyacinth. We know from the first book that Hyacinth's dad got their family into debt and poverty because of his gambling. And now Hyacinth likes to dress as a man and play cards. And she does that as a way to help her family get out of debt, and also help her best friend, because her best friend is very sick. So she goes to London with one of her sisters, Selena, and she dresses up as a man. She plays cards so she can win money. But one of the people find out that Hyacinth is a woman. I forgot the main character's name, the male name. He finds out she is a woman, but she doesn't tell her. She doesn't tell him her real name, but he makes a deal with Hyacinth that he'll allow her to continue playing cards. He just has to be there when she does, and they form a friendship, and this friendship turned into more. And Hyacinth has seen this Duke before, but he doesn't remember who she is, and this Duke is very scarred, and their relationship eventually turns into something more. He's very shocked that Hyacinth knows what she's doing in the bedroom area. Like most women he's been with are very timid, but Hyacinth is different. Hyacinth also is touch averse, but she is, for some reason, is okay with him touching her because she's only comfortable with people unless she has known them a while, and she's on the autism spectrum. And takes a turn when he finds out who she really is, like what family she's from, and he offers to save her reputation by marrying her, but Hyacinth doesn't think she should marry him because of the way she is. Like, he can find somebody better.
I give Hyacinth 5 stars.
Another person. He wants Hyacinth. So that's their romance. The last book I'm going to mention is Mother of Death and Dawn. This was my favorite book for the Readathon, and I can't say much about this book because it's the last book in the War of Hearts trilogy. Let's just say Max and Tasana get their much-deserved HEA. It's the humans against the Fae. There's another love story besides Max and Tasana, and there are character deaths. It made me cry. Two of the character deaths made me cry. It's all Mana wanted is their freedom, and
all Max and Tasana wanted was their freedom.
And when they finally get it, when they finally get their freedom and this war is over, I cried because all they wanted was peace. If you haven't read The War of Hearts, The War of Hearts trilogy by Carissa Broadbent, please go read it. It was my favorite book from the Readathon. Yeah, Max and Tasana get their HEA, but not without a couple of tears. Those are all the books I read for the Readathon. Please let me know if you participated in the Readathon. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. That would mean the world to me. And bye!